I don't even know where to start. There's things in my life that I just like, why am I doing them, you know? And I feel like we as a society, like we've been told, like you have to do these certain things in order to get to a certain place. But I don't feel like that's living. I feel like that's doing the same steps that every other human being's doing to get to the same place, although it may be a different job or it may be a different house or a different location. We're all doing the same exact steps to get to a same position, which is this sense of security, which is this sense of, okay, I've gotten to 60, now I can retire and then I can live the rest of my life. I just don't see the purpose in that. Like why would I start living when I'm 60 when I can start living when I'm 18, 19, 20? And even earlier, like why can't I start living when I'm 13, 14, 15? This is a constant battle. It's not just one day I'm feeling like, oh, I'm feeling unfulfilled, or I'm feeling like I'm not working towards a higher purpose. It's like, no, this is every day. There's other human beings who are having these same exact emotions that feel as though they can't discuss or feel as though that they can't express these emotions because we're told that you have to do these certain things. And so I was watching a video this morning. It was Amar. He unfortunately, Amar from Yes Theory, he got in a car accident, and he was talking about like getting to that point of like almost being dead, like almost having life taken away from you, and then coming to terms with, okay, I've lived my life. And like I don't want to get to that point where I'm just like, oh, I'm like almost dead, and like now I'm grateful for the life that I'm living. I want to be grateful now and understand that these are the times right now that in 60 years, you know, that those are the times where I'll be like, dang, like those were the days, and like I'm living them right now. This is the day. But I think for me, it's like, although I want certain things in my life, I don't feel like that straight linear path towards living is the way that I should go about it, and is the way that a lot of others should go about it. I just don't think that's right. I think there is the linear path, which again, it works for some people. But I think for me, it's like this deep sense of unfulfilledness comes from this idea that I'm on a line which is not meant for me. Like I'm on my freeway, and this freeway is not meant for me. My freeway is supposed to be filled with bumps and nails and debris and a lot of exits and a lot of detours. Like that's what I find is like fulfilling, is being out of my comfort zone, seeking discomfort, and not ever being in a sense where I'm like, I'm okay with life. Like I want to be constantly pushing myself to live in the most fulfilling and amazing like way. There has to be more. Like there has to be more to this life. There can't just be the wake up every morning, go to your job, get home, eat dinner, go to sleep. Or for students, like go to school, come home, do your homework, sleep. Like that just doesn't make sense. Like why? If there is a creator, like they wouldn't just place us here to live a meaningless, like not fulfilled life. The reason that we're here is not just to reproduce and make the next generation, but it's to connect with the people within our generation and to inspire the next. Like that's our job. And it's just so much right now. Like just so much. And that's the struggle that I'm going through. It's just like understanding that what I'm going through right now is happening for a reason, whether that be like the reason that God has in store for me, the reason that higher purpose or higher power has in store for me, the reason that like whoever it is that's up there, or even if there's nobody up there, like what is the reason that I'm here? I think that's the journey that I'm on, and that's the journey that I hope to inspire others to go on. is just question why you're here, question your purpose, question like the line that people are telling us to go on, and why is that? Like, why do we have to stay on this linear path? Why can't we do our own thing? Why can't we travel the world and tell stories? Why can't we go in a van and just travel to every single state and wake up in the middle of a mountain range with a beautiful lake? Like, why can't we do that? Like, why can't we become a professional sports player and that be like an okay job? Like, why can't we become an artist and express ourselves? When's the last time you asked yourself, like, why am I going to college? Why am I in this relationship? Why am I doing this job? Like, when's the last time you asked yourself that? And just being like, I don't know. Like, we just get so caught up in doing everything in this line that we're supposed to do that we never question why. It's just because there's never been these questions have never been have never been asked. When we're told, like, oh, you're only 18, you shouldn't have your life figured out, I go, yeah, you're right. But also, like, why can't I start to figure it out? Like, why can't I ask those deeper questions? Like, is figuring your life out going to college and then getting a job that you hate? If that's figuring life out, I don't want to figure life out, because that sounds terrible. I think there's a lot of other ways to figure life out that don't require living a miserable life. I don't know. We just need to ask more questions, and we need to be more human, and we need to be more kind, and we need to be more loving, we need to be more understanding and empathetic, we need to be more vulnerable with ourselves and others, or else we're going to keep going down the same path and wonder why we have the same problems over and over and over, and wonder why the anxiety and depression rate is higher amongst teenagers or kids or people aged 13 to 25, because we've been told that we have to do these certain things when we really don't. And we wonder why the suicide rate is so high amongst again, people aged 13 to 25, and it's because we can't be vulnerable with ourselves and understand, like, hey, I'm going through some deep crap right now. Like, I need to talk to someone. We can't do that anymore because we feel like it's taboo to talk about how we feel. So if getting my life figured out means being unhappy and not living a fulfilled life, then I don't want my life to be figured out. I want to constantly be on edge. I want to constantly be in discomfort in a way where I am challenging myself as a human being to be human. Like, that's what I want. So, yeah. Be human. Be intentionally human.